Welcome to the America's Got Talent AfterBuzz After Show Season 13, Episode 11. Tonight we're going to be talking about some of the dangerous acts tonight, as well as some of the amazing singers, so stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Get it, girl.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I don't know the words of my part.
Not bad. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the America's Got Talent AfterBuzz After Show. I am your host, Sean Paul Payton, and we also have...
Hey guys, I'm Justine. Follow me at Let's Face It with Justine. I do makeup stuff and hosting and all that fun stuff. I figured I would tag that in right there
There you
because
go.
I sometimes I forget. So
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Well, guys, tonight we saw a lot of incredible acts, and I just want to start off with some overall thoughts. I feel like there was a lot of shocking moments tonight.
before we get into that, just say that Mackenzie's gone.
Oh, yes, we forgot.
No, I just wanted to make sure. So Mackenzie's gone.
We miss you, girl.
I know she's out. She went back to the East Coast. She's from Connecticut, so she's back there.
Yeah.
So we really miss her, but we had loved having her on here. And then
Joseph.
My God,
Joseph.
Why did I almost go? I love Joseph. Trust me. My brain's a little scattered today. Joseph is not here, but we love him, and he'll be back next week. So you are stuck with the two of us today.
Man, I want somebody to hate on the kids and the animals and stuff.
I
Joseph's
know there
not
was
here.
so much. There was a few things to hate on. So
Don't worry, Joseph. We got you covered. We'll be sure to send you all those videos of the kids and the animals too.
and so as you were saying, you were talking about the which acts were you talking about?
Well, just in general, I was shocked. There were so many shocking moments tonight. And that was pretty much my overall thought. Was there anything that was really just an overall theme for you tonight as well, Justine?
I mean, I always love the acrobatic type stuff. So, I mean, that might not be the right word for it, but anything that's kind of acrobatic and like stunt kind of stuff, I love that.
Right.
I think that, I mean, there was a very, very shocking moment at the end of who gets through and who doesn't. So,
Oh, yeah.
Besides that, I mean, I was pretty spot on with everyone except for like one person. So
Right. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to get into that. So let's go ahead and start off with some of our favorites tonight. You know, I was so glad to see Brian King Joseph. He has been one of my favorites throughout this whole season, and I think that this is the perfect mix of a story and talent. He's got that degenerative nerve disease that is affecting his hands to where he's not going to be able to feel anything whenever he's playing.
God.
And in the lead up to his performance, he was talking about how he just felt bedridden because he was just in so much pain. And to see him continue to have a positive outlook on life and to be such an inspiration to everybody with all of that pain that he's going through is amazing. And he's got mad skill. He can just play so fast, and it just really struck me as incredible. One of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, he's great. He has, the story. Everybody says. I mean, I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight because I think there was a lot of background stories, which is what producers, not only the judges, producers look for and stuff. So I think that he has a great story. He's very inspirational, and he's incredible talent and has great energy. So yeah, he's awesome. There's no way that you can't deny his talent.
Absolutely. And by the way, YouTubers, make sure to let us know in the comments who your favorites are. If there's anyone that you didn't like, some of your favorite moments. We always love it when you comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff.
And something that wasn't good stuff was Yumbo Dump. I'm moving on to this because to me, I don't care if I sound mean. I don't care if I get hate for this. I'm just going to be real. I thought they were stupid. I just wanted it to be over. All right, YouTube video. Mel B wasn't having it. That's why I was absolutely shocked because usually when you make it to the live shows, they have to have a unanimous yes.
Right.
And so Mel B hated them.
Yeah, she wasn't having it.
I'm shocked because did she hit the X this time? She did, right?
I think so.
I think
she
she
hit the X a couple of times tonight.
I mean, oh God, I just can't even believe that they're going to the live shows.
But Justine,
I just can't even believe it.
But Justine, doesn't it feel so good?
No, it feels so bad. It feels so horrible. Whenever they say that, I'm like, it makes me cringe. I cannot believe that they beat Getting Into Sergey?
Yeah, Sergey and Sasha.
Are you kidding me?
They were amazing. I loved them. And that was one of those acts where I was just kind of watching and I was like, I couldn't move because just thinking about, he's 52 and he's an old act, but he's got incredible neck strength to be able to hold his daughter on top upside down, and she was doing all those crazy like contortion moves and everything. And then on top of that, I think that they really won up their act from last time because she didn't have the spinning circles on her arms during the last performance, and I think there was a couple ladders instead of just one. So for them to not get through, that was one of those shocking moments from tonight. It
just doesn't make sense to me. Like watching them, they have incredible connection. I wrote this down. They have incredible balance, posture, like better than me. Like you got to have good posture, good balance. I'm just shocked that the Yumbo, Dumbo, Gumpo, whatever they are, I am shocked that they made it over them because they have pure talent. Like that is hard to do. So watching them do their whole act, how do you look and say, no, we don't think that you're worth it, but we think that Dump is worth it? I'm sorry, I can't. This is one of the most shocking episodes as far as who made it and who didn't. I'm in shock.
I mean, I did laugh when they did the owl. That was kind of funny.
No, but okay. Oh my God, I can't. I'm sorry. Like I can't. They blew me away. Sergi and Sasha blew me away. They're so good. I love acts like that. I always talk about how singers are. If you're a good singer, that's great. But this is like an act show, and I'm shocked. How do you feel about that? That they chose the Dumbo Gumpos over.
I gotta admit, out of the two, I definitely would have chose Sasha and Sergi.
Oh God, were you shocked?
Yeah, I was very shocked.
Oh my God.
I can't even, no words to describe how shocked I am. But one group that it was good to see go on was the Republic.
Yes.
I was really happy with their moves. Another great backstory with great skill. Now, see, this is an episode where I really feel like the backstories were very complimentary to everyone's skill that made it through. Discounting what we just mentioned. But the fact that one of their members died and had all those kids, man, that's so sad. I can't imagine like just not having,
the founder there.
Yeah. But they are doing this in his honor, and that's really cool.
I mean, they always, my God, who was here last, my God, guys, I'm like, for some reason,
Melinda?
my brain, yes, Melinda, God,
Yes.
I didn't want to,
Our special guest, Melinda, thank you so much for stopping by last week.
Yeah, Melinda was here, that was last week, oh my God. So she was talking about how, I asked, did you try out for X Factor, all those competition shows, and she said, she never made it, no matter how good your voice is, no matter how talented, because she didn't have a story. So if they have a story, then that makes sense. And I mean, they were great, though. They did, that guy did a split that looked so painful. I literally wrote it down because I was like, what is happening?
He's the one that jumped and did the flip into the split. Now, see, that was a flip I was very impressed by.
Yeah.
Because when I see just a regular backflip, I'm like, okay, that's a backflip. But that is a moment where I was just like, whoo. Dang.
I mean, they have great talent, they have great moves, strength, passion, but I do think that it has to do with their backstory, kind of going into our golden buzzer winner, which was
Flo
did I
J.
write it down here? Flo J, yes.
Yeah.
Right there. She has a great story. She talks about gun violence the first week or the first her audition.
And that's something this country definitely is.
It's so big right now.
Yeah.
It's such a big topic. So she has a great backstory because of her dad and like losing his life to gun violence, and like the songs she sings or raps are about that. Right. So my question is, do you think she would have gotten the golden buzzer, or do you think she would be well liked if she just rapped about something that wasn't as meaningful?
Oh, everything did matter. Everything played a part because I know that Simon has said over and over, and he's the guy that really pays attention to the musical acts, that choosing the right song for you, if she had rapped about something completely unrelated, I'm sure that would have hurt her chances. But that she had the right combination in the previous time that she was on the show of truth to her story, as well as good lyrics and a good beat. And what I like about her music choice too with her song is that it wasn't too overly complicated, or it didn't sound like it was trying to fit into what the top 20 sounds like today. It was authenticity.
Yeah.
That's what really made her go far, and I'm glad to see that Chris gave her the golden buzzer.
Yeah, I mean, I think she definitely, I mean, I'm not surprised that he gave it to her. I'm not into rapping, but I can respect it. I can respect the songwriting aspect because, you know, my sister's a songwriter and I see how much work and how much talent it does to come up with that. So I respect what she does, but I'm not into what she does, if that makes any sense. Like, I'd never just listen to a rap of hers because I just don't listen to rap at all. If there's like a little rap in a song that I like, of course, like it goes with the song, but I'll never just listen to straight rap. And that's not to say that is anything bad. It's just like a preference. It's not my cup of tea.
Right. And you know, I feel the same way about a lot of country music. Like sometimes.
Oh, see, I love country. But
no!
Yeah, I love country music, but it can be repetitive. I
can get into some Keith Urban.
Oh, that's my favorite. He is my number one favorite. Like, if you were to ask me what's your favorite country artist, it's Keith Urban. So I think I like more country pop. Okay. I don't like the
Taylor
hardcore. Okay, Taylor Swift is absolutely not country.
Not anymore.
No, like Carrie Underwood, Jason Aldean, Keith Urban, all them. I love that. But
good deal.
So I'm probably like a fake country artist, fake country lover, but. Yeah, we can talk about Keith Urban later because he's incredible.
Well, one last thing I wanted to say about FloJay is the imagery that she was using in her lyrics was very clever too. Like, I couldn't catch the line quickly enough, but she said something about like utensils and she was talking about like just, I don't know, like something like serving people, and she said utensils. And guys, watching on YouTube, comment on what those lyrics were because they were awesome.
She's only 14.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Damn. I mean, I just hope she doesn't become, I mean, people will probably disagree with me on this one, but I just hope it doesn't become political. Like, so she's making her songs about gun violence and stuff. And, you know, I just hope that it's more than that.
Well, I might disagree with you a little bit on that. Now, I usually choose not to get too political just in my own, you know, professional life, but she's an artist where that might be her passion to be an independent artist so that she can say stuff like that. And even if she's not independent, there's been plenty of mainstream artists that have gone that route. Lady Gaga, she's one that's...
But they all go the same way. And like, I think I respect...
Oh yeah, for art, I guess that's pretty much
They
true.
all go very left. And like, this is not a political thing. I'm a very centered person. I'm a very, very centered person when it comes to politics. So it's like, I try to see both sides, and I just do feel like everybody goes more left, which is fine, personal preference. But, you know, say that she was rapping about something that's more conservative or right-wing. Would she get the same response? And I don't think that happens a lot of time.
And that's the thing, too. Like, it's important to consider that both sides have valid points in our politics. So,
good and bad on both sides, guys. Good and bad on both sides. But that's like a political show. We don't need to get into.
Yeah, let's move on.
But before anyone attacks me, I'm not like a far right person. I'm right in the middle. We were talking about it. I try to see everybody's point of view and walk in people's shoes. I really try. So as long as everybody's fair and equal, like, I'm good.
Right.
So
let's look at the star of this season. There's all kinds of articles online about her. So many people have commented on the YouTube videos that this is the one that's going to make it to the end. Glennis Grace. So she was amazing. I loved her cover of Prince. That was outstanding. She did what she was told to do in making it her own, and
natural talent.
Yeah, just flawless performance in my opinion.
Natural talent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's natural talent. She's incredible voice. I love that she's a mom at a young age, and I love how she was not even going to go for her son, and her son's the one that pushed her. So the reason why she's going to the live shows is because of her son. So I love that.
And her starting a cappella was, like the judges said, that's a difficult way to start, and that tells you how in tune with the music she is in her ear.
It's hard to do. I don't know anything about singing.
Yes,
so
yes, very
I
hard.
don't know why that would be hard or not.
Just
I'm
because-
genuinely not educated on that.
And it's just because you have to have the starting pitch in your ear before you even start. Like there's no piano to give you like a C. No, I better not.
I know. Yeah.
C. I think that's a C, middle C.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like there's no instrument there to give you a starting pitch. So then you just have to have the music well enough in your head to know where you're starting, and that's definitely more difficult than getting a note from an instrument.
No, totally agree on that one. There's a lot of people in between too that I always say the people that don't make it are the ones that they barely show. So they'll barely show them. They'll all of a sudden on the screen, we missed a few of them because all of a sudden those performers
were
are
quick.
acting and then they give an answer and they're gone. I'm like, they didn't get a full intro. They didn't get a full beginning to end and they never make it. So like there was a couple people like Brody who was trans. He didn't make it, right?
Right.
He didn't make it.
And they barely showed anything.
Yep. They're Nuna above. I don't know if that's how I'm saying it. I wrote down a bunch. Like Simon said, they're too serious. They
None
need to have
above,
fun.
none above.
None above. Okay, yeah. They're too serious. They need to have more fun. The street drum courts or whatever. Like, I don't know if that's exactly how you spelled them. See, they went so fast, it was hard for me to write down the names and stuff. But there's a bunch of people that they barely showed and they didn't make it. So,
Right.
I mean, I think I've opened you up to that where if they don't show them, they're probably not going to make it.
This is our predictions expert, by the way. She has done the
I don't know
best
how.
on knowing who is going to be cut before it even happens.
Yumbo Dumpo, I did not expect that
But
one.
that one we were both surprised by.
Berlin didn't make it. That was the little girl with the great voice. She also didn't make it. So
Was there anyone that you really felt like out of this episode needed a lot of work to even be at the caliber that the rest of the acts were at today?
that made it or didn't make it.
Just all together. We already know
A lot of the people that
Yumbo
didn't
Dump.
make it. A lot of the people that didn't make it, I think they needed to step their game up. Except for, like, like all the people that didn't make
Oh,
it for
the quick change. What about the quick change?
Loved
Sixto
them.
and Lucia. Just for
them.
anyone that's not familiar with the quick change, is just where you're changing your clothes really fast. They put up a curtain type of material and then they bring it down, and all of a sudden they're in a completely different outfit.
I wrote how mind blowing the fact that Yumbo Dumpo could get it and not them, or I always say their names wrong. Sergi and Sasha.
Yeah, Serge and Sasha.
Serge and Sasha, I don't understand how they made it and those two didn't. That is what I'm shocked about, that they let those two go and kept the Dumbo. I'm just going to call them Dumbo. The fact that they kept them blows my mind. Blows my mind. Out of everybody that's there now, who has to step it up is Yumbo Dumpo. Like, what do you mean? I'm sorry, they're not going to make it. And if they do, then what is this world coming to? That's all I have to
They're
say.
probably going to improve on their whale birth. I think that's going to get
I
better.
think they were going off that they were funny and they made the crowd laugh and the crowd liked it. But is that enough to be a show? I always go back to that. Could Quick Change be a show? Quick Change could be a show.
Now, I guess I can see where it might get repetitive, though, with Quick
I
Change.
agree.
And maybe that's...
But Yumbo Dumpo is not repetitive. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it.
If there's any fans out there
Please.
of Yumbo Dump, please comment below and tell us why you like them and why you think they should
I don't
be this
get it.
season's winner of America's Got Talent.
No. Sorry. Can't.
I know some of y'all trolls are out there. You're just waiting to say something. Come on now. Let's bring it.
So how about Lord Neil? The escape artist with the alligators.
Yeah, he was very... I was very entertained and...
Terrifying. These acts, I get scared. The entire time I'm anxious. I'm like this. Like, I'm holding the table. I'm like holding my breath. It's like, how am I I loved it. How am I going to watch these without being anxious? But then I think, okay, they're on a cable network show. Like, it has to have been approved before. Like, they probably...
like nervous and anxious watching the scorpions get close to his face, and I can't explain why. There was just something about that seemed a little bit more exciting. I know alligators are huge, and they
It
were
was so close to his face. It was
I think
easy
that's
to
what
watch
it was.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep hitting this. It's easy to watch it. Like,
Right.
there. Then the pan in, pan out. Maybe that's
Yeah.
it. But I thought it was... I mean...
when those ropes started
How?
breaking, that was a little little threatening.
I mean, I wonder, they have to know, because if he fell in there, like, he seemed genuine at the end, like, genuinely, like,
Well, I noticed that the people that helped move the device where the alligators were in were just standing right behind the big cage, the big
Yeah.
glass box. And I feel like if he would have actually fallen in, they might have just jumped in there real quick and surely they had some sort of trained experts all
Yeah.
behind there ready to dive in and eat, like toss a rope in or something. But that, yeah. I didn't really have him. I don't think I had him in my final selections, though, just because...
I didn't either, and the reason why is because they were, everyone on the panel last week was talking about liability and why some of the acts didn't go through.
Yeah.
And which is like, okay, that makes sense. Like the two twins that were doing all those moves on top of each other, all the flips and stuff.
Right.
Like, I totally get that. But then watching this week how they let him go through and they didn't let Serge and Sasha, like, it's just confusing to me. Like, because he's a liability.
Right.
I don't know.
And so I bet that has to do with when they get on the show, there's probably a portion of the contract, and if anyone knows, feel free to comment, a portion of the contract where they can't sue America's Got Talent for anything involving their act because they're constructing it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And something obvious that you guys need to do
Yes.
is head over. Our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans, for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. Sometimes, like, there's this one part, so hit that subscribe button. I don't know, like, I was like, ooh, tongue twister there, but do it. Seriously, we like likes, comments, all that good stuff. We appreciate it more than you know.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get to our favorite pick of the night. YouTubers and all you people listening on Apple Podcasts, feel free to comment on who your favorite act tonight was as well. Justine, who did you like the best out of all the acts tonight?
Well, as far as singers, I always put them in a different category. I think singers, Glennis was an incredible singer. I think she definitely made an entire statement. I think that Yumba Dump. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine?
Ooh.
No.
After that rain? No way.
I don't really have a favorite. I really liked Glennis. I liked The Republic. I liked Flo J. No, not Flo J. I like her, but it's not my cup of tea. So Glennis, Brian King Joseph, Lord Neal. I liked everyone kind of the same. I don't have anyone that specifically stands out.
Oh, you're taking a page out of my book right there. Everyone's good.
Yeah, everyone that made it's good. Like, I don't, except for Yumba Dump. No. Besides him, they're all good.
I have liked this guy from the beginning. Brian King Joseph, he's the one that I want to win this just because, and it's a personal thing for me because he has a degenerative disease, and that's something that my grandpa suffered for, and that's something that took him away. So I have to admit that I'm very partial to him because it hits so close to home.
Which disease again?
Guillain-Barré syndrome is what my grandpa had, and that made him paralyzed completely from the neck down, and it was just crazy. One day, he wasn't able to move, and when I see Brian King Joseph out there, it's like inspiration that even if a disease comes to attack you, you're still gonna fight. Yeah, and that's something that I just think is so wonderful.
I love that. I mean, that's a great. I mean, I totally agree with you. We forgot to go over Troy James, the flexible guy.
All right, yeah.
And I was just looking up and I saw him and I was like, I like that he said he was gonna take what he was bullied for good. And I think it's so crazy and it's really cool, but like I don't know if he'd be like an act. So anyone's better than Yumbo Dump, whatever. So like honestly, any of these people should have made it over them. So like I'm a little confused by what the judges are thinking now. But what did you think about Troy James?
I think that when I see him, I pictured him just being in a creepy movie. and I want that
Yeah.
to happen. And I agree with you sort of in the fact that I don't really see he wouldn't be a standalone Vegas act. I don't think so at all. But for something like Cirque du Soleil, maybe that's something he could join, and he'd be great in that.
He'd be great at like a show, not being the Troy James show where you go and see him walking around doing weird like body twists, but he'd be good in like a group of some sort.
Yeah.
To add to it with whatever that is. Definitely, I could see that.
Sweet. Well, let's go ahead and do a couple of fan shout-outs today. We always like to check out to check out the comments and see what you guys are saying. So just want to give a shout-out to and forgive me if I mispronounce these names, but Azad Bilal, looks like you were commenting on our last video. Thank you so much for that. Kim Thornton, we love your comments as well. And our hater of the week, Randall Flagg, thank you for the comment.
I just don't understand, like, if you don't like it, why comment it? Like, if I don't like something, I just click away and I just go, nope, like, I just don't like it. But it's like, I never take the time to be like, I don't like you. Like,
I gotta tell you though,
don't-
like haters and trolls and everything like that can make a very interesting time on YouTube. Like, have you ever just clicked on some of the comments?
oh, yeah, I love it. It's fun.
Oh man.
It's okay. We love you anyway.
Thank you all for commenting. And then next, we do have some news here that we do want to talk about. I mean, we can't deny the obvious here. Chris has had some trouble this year with some accusations.
See, I didn't know any of this. I don't even know who he is.
Well,
Genuinely, I literally was like, I don't know who this guest judge is.
Well, I found a little bit of information just, going on to Google, and there's a website, popculture.com, that has some interesting things to say. And they were basically just going over how, how people were just already talking about him serving as a guest tonight, and the fact that, he was on here. But it's interesting because he had some sexual allegations from his former girlfriend, and he was cleared of it to be allowed to go back to hosting on his own NBC game show, and then of course he was on the show tonight. So I think that that's really interesting because for a while we've been seeing celebrities just getting, as soon as something like that happens, they're just out of the picture and they can't recover. But it looks like we're kind of hitting a point where I think some people are starting to realize, wait a second, maybe this isn't the absolute, axe to the head. Like we need to give some consideration to everything that is going on here.
It's becoming the boy who cried wolf. It's basically like, it's becoming so oversaturated that everyone is what was he convicted of again? He was
emotional and sexual abuse.
I mean, everybody
allegations.
says that. Everybody, you could just literally. I'm not saying this didn't happen, so anybody watching that's offended, like, please, like, let's not take. I'm not taking it that serious in the sense of like, obviously, sexual misconduct is like not okay. Never condone it. Like, trust me, I'm a woman. I know what it's like.
Right.
But it just almost is getting to the point like. Just because you said, like, oh, you look nice today, I could take that as he's sexually profiling me. Like,
no.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We are both taking that is not. That is.
No. You know what I mean. I don't mean it in that sense. I mean that you could say that to anybody.
See, I got scared. I got triggered because I was like, oh shit.
See, because it's like if you say something like that, I could go and say, oh, so by the way, and then it becomes this whole thing of it. So I just think that a lot of people are. It's justified, but it's because there's a lot of people that almost want fame.
And
that they're making it. They're putting bad word out there for it now.
And we don't want people to cry wolf because that hurts the people that are actually hurt.
Yep.
In these terrible situations.
Always say that.
And so I think it is though. It's good to see that somebody can survive this if there's not enough evidence so far. And That's something for everyone to comment on in YouTube too. Just tell us how you think about that, because I know that there's people that feel strongly on both sides of the fence.
And listen, as a woman, like, oh, I am so for the Me Too movement. I am so for everything because, like, sorry, like, it's like sexual harassment is real, especially for women. Like, I am. You
guys have it so. I
not
was
condoning it.
I was appalled by. One of our fellow hosts here, she posted something on our Instagram about somebody that was just saying a lot of mean stuff in the like the direct messaging, and that, oh my god, it was so X-rated, and I'm like I said, I'm shocked and appalled that you ladies have to go through that.
I get it on the daily. So the fact that I'm not saying sexual harassment doesn't exist, because it does. I made a post on my Facebook. It exists, and the fact that people are not coming to terms with that is whatever. But there's people out there that want their 5 minutes of fame, and they're just using anything to say, oh, this person did this to me, and it's false, and it's putting a bad word for the people that are really getting hurt.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So
just be good people, guys. We gotta get out of this mess that Hollywood's in right now.
Oh my God, what a time to be in Hollywood.
Yeah, but it goes for all kinds of different industries too. So, let's go ahead and look at our predictions here for the season.
And now,
here we go.
For AfterBuzz TV.
Oh God.
Here we go. So, season winner from tonight and season winner from the show all together so far. Because now we know everybody that's going to be in the final.
So many.
Right.
There's so many. I can't even think of like winner overall, to be quite honest with you. I don't even know. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
And if it was tonight, oh my God. I mean, I could see The Republic, Glennis, or Brian King Joseph.
And I think they said they would be the first dance act to. I thought maybe a dance act had won before. I know tons of singers have, but
maybe. That's what I think. What about you? What are your predictions overall in tonight?
Just purely based off of what I've seen with commenters on the internet, I would say Glennis Grace is going to win it. But I said this to you before the show, if she does win it, it's going to be because her absolute mad skill, undeniable. If she doesn't win it, it's going to be because there's there's not as much of a strong pull in her backstory. Because when I was watching her backstory, I could see the emotional content, but I didn't feel the tug like I did with especially FloJay.
But now live shows are very different. So now it depends on what who America connects with. So they may connect with her because they love her voice.
True.
It just depends.
Right.
It depends on the age range too. I'm curious to find out what the age range of the show is. Who watches the show? Because that would also make a difference.
Yeah, that is. If
anybody knows, comment below, and if not, I'll look into it.
Yeah. And but I still hope that Brian King Joseph wins. He's my favorite. And I'm pulling for him. So. Yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for us tonight, guys. So thank you so much for joining us here in the studio. Once again, I am Sean Paul Payton, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, everything as at Sean Paul Payton. That's Sean Paul, like the rapper, and then Payton, Payton like the coach.
I love that. And you can follow me at Let's Face It with Justine, and I always post makeup pictures, and I also do hosting stuff, so definitely follow me. And yeah, we could be Instagram friends. I don't really do Twitter, but if I really have to, I'll do it. But I'm definitely more of an Instagram person, so come say hi to me there.
Oh, and since Joseph's not here, Tyra Banks, you doing good, girl. Don't worry about them haters, Tyra.
Tyra did good tonight. But all right, we'll see you guys next week.
We love you, Joseph. We can't wait to have you back.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.